So I read the comments and they were saying, Dave, this little thing might be a little more practical than you're thinking. So let's get into this thing here on All Terrain Nation. What is going on, All Terrain Nation? Whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these Mavericks, a lot of you seem to want to drive. This is your All Terrain Nation, and I'm your host, David Boyd. And first off, smash that like button if you like Ford Maverick content, because I like to bring a little bit of everything. And you may be asking yourself, Dave, the last video, you just didn't seem like you really liked the vehicle. And I actually do like these things, and I understand there's a purpose for this vehicle. So don't take the last one. That was just me seeing the vehicle for the first time, just like instant thoughts about it, and I wanted to go from there. But today I want to get into how would I build and price one of these things? Because Ford has said for $19,000 you can get one, and then it jumps into, I've heard upwards in the $34,000, $35,000 for a first edition. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not going for a first edition because I think that's just a trap. I think people sometimes tend to think first editions are going to be worth something. This little vehicle is a utility vehicle. It's not going to ever be worth. There's no practical vintage value to this thing ever, or it's never going to be. So I wanted to get into this thing, and I just want to stumble through Ford's website. I like doing build and prices, and y'all always seem to like my build and price videos, so I appreciate that. So without further ado, let me stumble through this build and price with you guys here on All Terrain Nation. All right, so here we are at Ford's build and price website. You can reserve it now had you want to do that, or we'll just build and price because, wow, we need to know what we would be reserving, right? So we'll just hit the old build and price. And I will say Ford seemed to understand real quick from maybe Bronco launch that if you're going to do one of these build and prices and reserves, you better have where people can actually see what they're getting. So my hat's off to Ford for listening and understanding from the last build and price and launch and going from there. So from what it looks like here, we got three options. And I'll be honest, we're going through this website all together the first time. I've not went through this website at all. I understand Ford's build and price website, but I kind of wanted to do this with, as you guys would see what I'm actually in real time doing here. So we've got the XL, the XLT, and the Lariat. Now, XL is going to be your base. You can see just in the picture here, you can see kind of the steelies in it. XLT looks like you're getting a nicer wheel, and then the Lariat, obviously, you're going to get a nicer. It's going to be a more plush version. Now, in the comments, let me know out of the three. So we're starting at $19,995. XLT is $22,280, and the Lariat is actually starting at $25,490. Which in the comments, let me know, where would you start with this thing? Do it as we're doing this, and we'll keep a thread going on that. So as of right now, I see there's two engine options. So there's the 2.5 liter hybrid engine, or there is the 2.0 liter Ecoboost engine. And which one would you choose? Now, the idea of this thing is really miles per gallon. So I think I'm going to build the 2.5 liter hybrid engine because I think that's probably the best bang for your buck. If you wanted the Ecoboost, getting the full gas engine, which is probably still going to get pretty great gas mileage, but you might as well move into the Ranger, in my opinion. I know why Ford offered two engine types. There's a buyer that's going to want, that's scared of hybrid technology still. So that, and you can get the all-wheel drive version with the 2.0, but you can't get it with the hybrid. So, and a lot of people ask, why is that? And I have a feeling it just couldn't fit everything under this vehicle. You got a big battery pack or the gas tanks and all that. They probably just couldn't shove everything they wanted to under this to make that work, but it is what it is, and if you want that all-wheel drive, go with the Lariat. So let's see, or go with the 2.0, I should say. So let's see, let's choose the XLT. So we're gonna push our button there, and nice. Look at that. It shows it's on pavement, but you see the city in the background. It's kind of nice. So we got a bunch of color options here, and from anything I've learned from the Bronco website, these all look like kind of standard colors for Ford now. So we got area, let's see, what color is this? Shadow black. Shadow black on that thing looks really, really good. Next up, we've got Oxford white. Now, I'm pretty partial. I usually, like my pickup trucks, I like a white pickup truck. A lot of people think they're contractor looks, but I don't know, the white with the black trim on there and the black wheels and stuff, I think it looks really good. Let's see, we've got Alto blue, which is an upcharge, but that kind of looks like maybe it's the Velocity blue or whatever, but that looks pretty sharp. Let's see, now we're getting some Bronco colors that I know. Area 51, which In my opinion, it's the launch color. It's what they were showing in this thing. I don't think it's a color for me, not on this vehicle, but this next one could be. I actually like Cactus Gray in this thing. I think it's a good-looking vehicle. Let's see what else we got here. We've got the classic carbonized gray. We've got the Cyber Orange, which is a pretty trippy color for this thing. But I have a feeling that the youthful market they're going for with this, that may be the color that they want. And I kind of actually like that. I was pushing hard for the Bronco to be that color, but it is what it is. Let's see. We've got Iconic Silver. We've got the Velocity Blue. And then we've got Hot Pepper Red. But let's do a little. Let's look around this thing a little bit and just see. That Hot Pepper Red looks pretty good, even though I have a feeling that might actually be the Rapid Red. I have a feeling they just named this a different name for this particular vehicle. But what color, in the comments, let me know, what color would you choose for this thing? Now, I'm kind of torn. I do like this Velocity Blue, and I do like the Cactus Gray quite a bit, and Cyber Orange. So I'm gonna buck the trend, and I'm gonna keep it at Cyber Orange. I know that's probably not a color a lot of people would choose, but I think we're building this for me, right? So I kind of would like a crazy color with this thing. So we'll go with this color here, and not a bad look with those kind of dark gray plastics. So let's see what else pictures we got here. There's the one for me right there. I like that picture. All right, so let's get into the equipment groups. So looks like, if I could say it, the Equipment Group 300A, which Ford likes to package these things in these weird names like that. So it comes with 17-inch painted aluminum wheels, painted gray grill bar, navy pier and medium slate interior with orange accents, which I think those orange accents will go well with my Atomic Orange. Power exterior slide view mirrors, a power tailgate lock, cruise control, which how would that not be standard on anything, but maybe the base it's not. The flex bed with rear cubby storage and 10 tie downs, which okay, not bad. Now, if we want Ford Copilot 360, it's there for you as an upcharge of let's see, $540. But I know some of these take you out of packages, so let's see. Oh, looks like we could add that. Have we won it? Now, in this little thing, would you add that? Because this is going to be it's going to really be like a commuter truck. Like, if you're going to do a lot of highway miles with this thing, would that be something for $540? Your safety shouldn't matter at all. Like for $540, so I'm going to say yes. I actually would like the 360 package on that. Now there is the XLT luxury package. Now let's see what this includes. So the luxury package includes 8-way power driver and 6-way manual seats, a 400-watt inverter, which inverters those are almost damn near standard now on some of these vehicles, and I like an inverter, so that's interesting. And it looks like the inverter, you get a cab and bed, so you're going to a little in the back of the bed with a US console in the rear, so that's pretty nice. This package comes with the bed tie downs and locking rail system, bed liner spray in, which this price as is $2,340 or $2,345. So this bed liner alone is at least $1,000, right? So that may be worth it just in itself. So you get the heated seats, heated wiper park, key fob with remote start, leather wrapped steering wheel, LED lighting box, and trailer hitch with a 4-pin connector. Now, the trailer hitch, is that something that you're like, hey, I will tow something with this? Because remember now, this is a front-wheel drive based truck. Now, if you get the gas-powered engine completely, the 2.0, yes, you're getting all-wheel drive, but it's still front-wheel based. But these are little things like, yes, maybe you got to take your lawnmower to the service and you need a little trailer to hook to this thing, or there's always like maybe a jet ski, something like that. I know Ford says this thing can tow upwards to 4,000 pounds, I think in the gas version, the full gas version, the 2.0. But would you need the hitch and all that? I'm actually gonna say yes on the luxury package, because we're starting out pretty affordable, right? So we're gonna add that luxury package to that, and let's X out and go from there. Now we got some wheels. We're getting these 17-inch painted aluminum wheels. Now they are included with this package, so not too bad, not too bad. I'm glad it includes tires because this was a concern of mine. I was really worried that I'll get the wheels, but does it include tires? And obviously, it does. So let's see what the detail says about the tires. So it looks like you're going to get a 225 65 17 all season tire. So, and it's standard on XL and XLT. Now they don't say what brand that is. If I remember right, they were putting Pirellis, or I feel like I've seen Pirellis on this thing. But I'm glad to know that for what we're going to pay for this thing, Ford's going to include rubber for those tires. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's see, what else can we get into here? We've got splash guards, molded front and rear. Now let's see the details on that. There's your splash guards there, as you can see. A lot of times dealers, this is add-on crap that dealers do, and usually I chuck this stuff real quick. Now for $180, that's probably nothing for me. But I use my trucks to get dirty and stuff, and it's just not something for me. So let's see, there's the bed divider kit, which it's only a 4.5 foot bed, so I don't know how much more you want to divide this thing, but in case you want to do that, there you go. You've got options. We got a toolbox swing case there. Let's see if we can see a little better picture of that. I've seen these in other brands. Nissan has something like this, and I don't know. I guess there are contractors that are going to want to use this thing. Now, from the size of that drill, I don't know how much you're going to actually get into this, this little storage thing. But is that enough secure storage for you? I see it's got the little center lock there, but I don't know that I would feel if I put some power tools in there. If I would personally feel secure with that, but if you want that, there is that. Now they've got a tonneau cover. Let's see if it actually shows a picture of it. It does not show the picture of that. So obviously they've not worked out all the kinks with that thing just yet. But let's see. What else we got here? We've got the bed extender. Now, because this is a 4.5 foot bed, you probably do want to, I'm assuming now, this is about another foot. So you get that 5.5 foot extension, because they're saying that you can actually put a four-wheeler, a normal size four-wheeler in the back of this thing. I'm assuming you're going to need the tailgate down for that. I've never used these. I've had these in other vehicles, and I've just never. They've always in the way, and they end up on the side of my drive there, and I just never seem to use those. Let's see, bed liner hard end drop. No, because with the package we chose, I believe had the bed liner in it. A protective film on the hood and fenders. Now, so that's a protection film for $360. I really think you could almost get that done cheaper at your local, whoever does body wraps, tints, window tints, stuff like that. Usually they kind of all do those together. I think if you wanted it, and I'm big on that stuff now. I'm very big on you guys know with the Bronco, I've talked about it, that I will have this thing coated and done paint protection film on it. And I think if you want the front of these vehicles to look good, it's probably a smart move. But as I would want to buy it from Ford, because I think some of this is actually dealer add-ons that when they get the truck in, the dealerships will do this. So let's see, a manual rear sliding window for $155. It's a pretty pickup truck thing, right? But where do we stand with that? I'm probably good without it, but so be it. The trailer, it's included, the trailer hitch and receiver. I was about to say, hey man, I thought that was part of it. We get a full-size spare tire. That's pretty awesome. A wheel locking kit. I don't know if you're an inner city person that lives like downtown somewhere. I know I've heard other channels talk about, hey, we do have wheels get stolen sometimes. So I'm pretty rural area. This wouldn't be something for me, but for $65, it's not a bad price. Let's see. Crossbars. Let's see if they actually show these on the vehicle, which they do not. I don't know if you would need crossbars for this, but there you go. If you were wanting to, because you only have a 4.5 foot bed, would you want to add something on top of that bed? So, gives you a little more room options. Now, let's see. Navy Pier. This is I know in the Bronco world, this color choice has been a little iffy in the the Bronco world. So Ford seems to be hard-headed with that color. Is what it is. Looks like it's our only option. But let's see. Let's see what the looks like here. Oh, nice view of what it would look like. And the dash and everything about this is pretty clean. You've got your typical. This is pretty typical of how Ford likes to do their heating controls. The steering wheels seems pretty typical for what Ford likes to do. The gauge cluster, now it's not going to be super luxury, but it's pretty nice. I do like the big you're getting a speedometer, plus you're getting the digital tack there, which is pretty nice. All the little trim features. The orange in this thing is really, really cool. I do like the orange accents that you can see here in the center panel. Now you're getting the center put it in your drive. All your selectors are right there. You got your parking brake. It's all electronic parking brake. Not bad. It looks like this thing will seat 4 pretty comfortably. I know they say 5, but it better be a small child or I think in the middle of that thing. So let's get back into some of this other stuff. At no point do I need any of this roadside assistance care. A first aid kit, no, I'm pretty good without that. There's your sliding mirror, your coin holder, as we'll call it. No, thank you. The all-weather tray style floor mats. Now that's pretty cool. For $175. I like floor mats, so I'm gonna want to include this in my package. Let's see, power tilt slide moonroof for $800. Now, I'm probably, for what I would use this vehicle for, probably I don't need the moonroof or anything like that, so I'm pretty good on that. Let's see, the 400 watt outlet, I believe it said that came with part of the package, but it's not showing it included in that. So Ford has a history of little hiccups in their website. Maybe I missed something, but is what it is. A console vault. What is a console vault? Ooh. Now I've seen this. They're offering this with the Broncos. I about said Wrangler. They're offering this with the Broncos. I don't know. I don't live in an area where this would be a big concern to me. So it means probably this isn't locking. The hatch of it isn't locking. So for almost $400, I'm pretty good without a kid safe in my car. Let's see. Radio. We get let's go to the details. These are actually important. So weird hole here. I don't know what you would ever do with that, but I'm sure there's a reason for it, because I'm sure that at some point Ford's going to put a bigger monitor in this thing, but it's what you do with that, I don't know. But nice. You're going to get a nice little radio there. It says standard on XL, XLT, and the Lariat. So I'm glad to know that it's standard that you get a radio. Let's see. So now we have some of our engine options. So you can get the 2.5 liter hybrid engine, or you've got the Ecoboost engine. Now, as you can see, it does change up the situation down there a little bit. You can see here is the battery pack. Now, it is a pretty small battery pack, but you do see the battery pack there. And we change over to the gas version. You can see that all goes away once again. And you can even see that the exhaust kind of changes. So that's kind of cool. The drive is a front-wheel drive. The transmission, it's going to be an automatic, if I could say that, automatic continuous variable transmission. Now, if you're from my Nissan sites, you're going to know what that means. That is a CVT transmission. So, I'm a little disappointed Ford didn't actually put a real transmission in this thing, but maybe they just don't have anything, that can mount up to this thing real quick. And for the starting price of this, Ford wasn't going out of their way to really develop. The more they develop that's specific for this vehicle, the more expensive this was going to be. So they needed to keep it in line. CVTs they're pretty reliable as long as you maintain them at the intervals that the manufacturer says. When I've seen failures, especially in the Nissan world, it's when people do not maintain those. They'll go 100,000 miles and never change the fluid, and it's about a 60,000 mile interval. So that fluid gets burned up, and then you tend to have failures. So let's see what else we got going on here. So our 22 Maverick XLT Super Crew in a Cyber Orange, which is an upcharge of $495. We're going to get the 300A package. I did add the Copilot 360 for $540, and the luxury package for $2,300. We're going to get the wheels, spray and bed liner, all that stuff is included with that luxury package. The interior is a navy pier. We're going to get the unique cloth bucket front seats, which that's oddly that is there a not unique version? It's kind of fun. With the AM/FM 6-speaker radio, we're going with the 2.5 liter hybrid engine because I'm buying this there's a practical reason why I would want this thing. So look at this. Look at this. For $22,000 starting out, we've optioned up to $3,500 plus the destination charge of $1,495. Our estimated price for this thing is $27,330. Now, for the size of this thing, it's not much smaller than a Ranger. For the size of this thing, I know a lot of people go, well, that's a bargain. A couple years ago when Nissan, and I use Nissan a lot because right now the Frontier is probably the cheapest kind of mid-size pickup you can get. Nissan did away with their 4-cylinder, and it pumped up their starting price at around $27,000, I think. But that's with a V6. Now, yes, you're not getting the same miles per gallon that you would with this vehicle, but does that sway you at all? Do you go, okay, am I getting a lot of vehicle for this? Am I not? I think this is a very practical vehicle, and I think that the pricing's not too bad because we've seen, seems like the auto industry, the pricing just keeps thousand every year. It keeps going up. So in the world we live in right now, $27,000 is actually not too bad. But it says our monthly payment, let's look at that, $465, and that is based on $2,700 as a down payment in 60 months at a 5% APR. Now, depending on your credit, obviously that 5% could be a little bit better. But so there we have our build-in price, and where do you stand with that? Let me know in the comments below. I think this for $27,000, that's not a bad price. You know, if you've seen some of my other building prices, I get from $50,000 to $100,000 on some of these things. So right now, the Ford Maverick's not looking too bad for an entry-level vehicle. And I do think this is a first-time buyer vehicle. People who want to, have some practical, I need to go camping or whatever, or I have a business and I just need, just something that the outside of the vehicle I can tow stuff with, get dirty with it, and not worry about it versus, like an SUV. This is based on the Bronco Sport, so there's things, obviously having an outside bed helps versus the Bronco Sport. You can probably load almost the same amount of stuff in the back of it with the seats flipped down, but, then you're going to dirty up that vehicle. So, in the comments below, let me know about my comments about this vehicle that you guys were all excited about. So, whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, you know the drill. It does not matter what you drive because this is your all-terrain nation, and we just built a $27,000 Ford Maverick here. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.